Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today is Division Day. I've been really excited about the full release of this game. Everybody can play it right now as of making this video, unless you're in school, in which case it sucks to be you. But I will be streaming this game later today at noon Pacific Standard Time. If you're on Eastern Time, it'll be 3 p.m. So tune into that stream around then, and you can see myself, X Factor, possibly Matimio, all grinding and ranking up in this game, running through the missions. Now, if you haven't been following the news lately, Ubisoft revealed their year plan for Division content, and I have to say I was actually really impressed. Everybody was a little bit afraid by the size of the map scale in Division and how much content there was going to be for the game. Well, it seems like they've already got a very detailed roadmap. In April, there's going to be a free 1.1 update that's going to add in a bunch of endgame activity, which involves squad fighting, seamlessly unstoppable forces, and offers high rewards. Then in May, there's going to be another 1.2 free update called Conflict, which is going to update the Dark Zone. They weren't very specific on what that was, and they're also going to add an incursion to the Dark Zone, which is pretty cool. And then there's going to be the first expansion that drops in June, so every single month for a while, it seems like we're actually getting a bunch of new content. And the first expansion is going to add a whole underground network system to New York City, tunnels, subways, and stuff like that to fight and explore and run high-level missions on. Then there's going to be the second expansion coming in summer, which is called Survival. And this one's a little bit harder to understand. It says this expansion will challenge players to survive as long as possible by gathering essential supplies in a very hostile environment. Kind of confusing. It sounds a little bit like maybe a Battle Royale H1Z1 survival environment. We'll have to see what becomes of that. Then expansion 3 is The Last Stand, which is coming out in winter, and that says a new threat arises as players and their squad must prepare to defend against a relentless foe. Now, in addition to those free content patches and the 3 DLCs, they're also bringing a bunch of really cool features over the year, which is awesome to see them wanting to expand the breadth of what this game actually is and what it means. The first thing, and probably most important, is loot trading. You will be able to trade gear between yourself and other players. So suck it, Destiny. Division is definitely one-upping you in this department. Then there's going to be set gear. So there'll be like gear where if you get the boots and the gloves and the armor together, it'll give you added bonuses like Destiny or Diablo or any RPG style games. Then they're adding more Dark Zone features. There's going to be daily assignments, weekly assignments, a lot more weapons coming out, Dark Zone events, so I imagine this will be like specific days of the week something will happen in the Dark Zone and you'll be able to partake there, and it might change up the gameplay or what's going on, which sounds pretty cool. And then they're also adding challenge modes, which will be interesting. Now, as is common practice with most AAA games these days, or most games just in general, there is a day one patch, and that is the same with The Division. In fact, there's been a lot of UI updates, bug fixes, graphical improvements, and some good server-side checks to help try and prevent potential hacking or errors from occurring, especially in the Dark Zone. Now, based on the way that they worded some of the upcoming changes or upcoming additions to the game, it sounds like they're going to try and make some pretty big changes to the Dark Zone itself, talking about changing up how the actual gameplay itself functions over there, which will be interesting. I think that was one of the main areas that a lot of people had complaints with, and how people will just continue to exploit the system to try and bait people into going rogue and all these other weird things going on. So it'll be interesting to see if they completely revamp the rogue system or how the Dark Zone works altogether. They haven't really given us any specifics, but they've alluded to how the Dark Zone gameplay itself is going to change significantly. And I have to say, despite my concerns about how much content there is going to be for this game in the end game, I'm still very much excited for the adventure to get to the end game, to explore the whole city, to fight people in the Dark Zone, to get awesome gear and loot. I have a lot of hype behind this game right now. I'm very excited for it, and I've been fairly impressed overall with the good PC support that it's shown. It's basically doing the main things that I wish Destiny had done at launch, which is have a PC version for the game that's well supported and support player trading at the same time. So I'm very much excited for this title. I think it's scratching that itch that Destiny never quite got to, and I can see myself sinking quite a few hours into it. Sure, it's still a cover shooter and it has a third-person perspective, which is not my favorite by any means, but the rest of the game is so enjoyable that I am willing to look past these aspects. Anyway, just to reiterate, I will be streaming the game at noon Pacific Standard Time today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and whatever other time zone that is in the rest of the world. But you should come by Twitch, check it out. There's a link in the video description for that. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.